Hey guys, welcome back to another video. If you're new here, my name is David and this is Catchy's Adventures. Now this channel is all about going out there camping, enjoying the vibes of camping, having some beer, eating some food, and just overall experiencing what it is to go camping in the bush with you guys. So if that's your thing, make sure to hit subscribe. Now, as you guys can probably tell if you have been following the channel for a while, I've got a new setup. Now this is going to be my new camping setup pretty much for the foreseeable future. I sort of dropped a hint in the last video that I was going to be buying something quite big, something that's really good for convenience side of things for camping. And there's a couple major factors for why I decided to go with this sort of style of camping system compared to what I used to have, which was just like a stretcher, a swag and a gazebo. I also had a sort of instant up sort of style tent, or a pop-up style tent that one person could easily sort of put up with the arms and everything like that. I've still got the swag and stretcher, I've still got that tent, so I can still go camping with that style if I so desire to, and I don't feel like using the rooftop tent, or I for some reason take the rooftop tent off to save some weight for something. But yeah, I'm going to be using this sort of setup for a little bit. In this video I will explain my decisions on why I went with this sort of style of setup compared to my last one, and those major factors which made me ultimately decide to get something like this. I have been thinking about this for a long time, and obviously I've been saving up a lot of money to try and get something like this, because this is not really a cheap setup, but it has a lot of different perks that I think will be extremely helpful for me and just getting out there and making these videos well into the future. So we'll get into that a little bit later on tonight, but for now we're gonna try and collect some firewood. There's a bunch of firewood around in the pine forest here at this gorgeous property. This is a horse stud. They've got this lovely little pine forest at the back of their property, so they let people use it for camping. It is a hip camp, so it is really nice and sort of set up and everything like that, as a lot of hip camps tend to be. Alright, I think I'm going to go collect some firewood now, and then we'll probably start the fire not long after that, and then chill out for a bit. this hard work, and there was a little bit left. Pretty much out of beer for the first one at least. This pine wood, it burns so good, but so short. It does not last long. It burns very, very quickly. I only have a few logs for to stoke, sort of like keep it sort of going for a bit longer. I might have to search around and get a fair bit more firewood if I want to stay warm tonight. It's still got like maybe another hour or so before the sun sets, so yeah. But there is plenty around, so it's not like I'll run out. It's just I'll have to make sure I keep going and getting them and bringing it back, because it's definitely burning through it. Another beer. These aren't that bad. I don't mind these. They're called Larry's from a brewery up near my way at the Sunshine Coast, I believe. Yeah, I do rate them. I saw a bunch of other boys on YouTube drinking them, and yeah, I was sort of convinced, I guess, to go try it because they all rated it. Granted, they are all Sunshine Coast locals, so kind of makes sense, you know, support their mates, which fair enough, but it's pretty good, so I rate it. Alright guys, I think it's some dinner time because I can feel the beer hitting me. I've had 2 now and I didn't really eat much lunch at all today, so I definitely need to get some food into me. Now it's a little bit early, it is only about just on 5 now, so pretty early dinner, but what can you do? So today, pretty simple. I've just got some leftovers. It's literally just some fried rice with like sausages, carrots, spring onions, peas, corn, blah 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 blah. Just like some fried rice that my fiance has made up for me. Now I'm not going to have another beer with dinner. I'll probably have a Coke just to help separate it, because I don't want to be silly, if that makes sense, with the beer. This awning is so good. Just having like a light above you is just the handiest thing ever when trying to cook with, and like the fact that I've now got like cover as well, so I don't have to worry about like rain when I'm trying to like cook food. It's just, it's a godsend, to be honest. Now today's meal is obviously very easy, so I'm not going to really fold out the table, there's no real need. I literally just need to heat up the rice in the pan, so we're going to go ahead and do that now. Let that heat up for a sec, and yeah, we should be pretty good to start cooking it up. Alright, that's pretty hot, so I'm going to turn that down a little bit more. Should have some oil in here. Yep. it goes. Break this up a bit. I'll tell you what, I am like beyond keen to try out the rooftop tent tonight, so I don't know how long I'll be awake for. That was weird. How long I'll be up for, sort of a thing, because I'm probably gonna be so excited just to try and sleep in the tent that I want to go to bed earlier tonight and still be able to hang out a little bit until then. Honestly, this has been like it's been such a long time coming to get a rooftop tent, and I'm just so excited to finally have it. And on that topic, actually, I remember at the beginning of the video I said I would talk about the key reasons why I got a rooftop tent. So a big major factor for it is the fact that me and my fiance were planning on doing a month away in October. So, well, October, November. So we're going to be going away for about a month during that period, and having to try and get to campsites that I'm not familiar with, things like that, and set up like an on-the-ground tent can be quite sort of like risky in a sense. Like sometimes you can get to the sites and the ground's just too wet to be able to really put down a tent. Whereas at least with the rooftop tent, it's on top of the car. I can sort of pull up anywhere that I'm allowed to and set up the tent. The other factor of it is, as well as storage, just putting the tent and everything like that it needs inside the car, like the mattress, everything that is required for a tent for me and my partner to go away, takes up so much space. And we're taking our dog with us, so like we needed space for our dog to go, we needed space for us to go, we also needed space for like a month worth of, like, you know, our clothing, for probably a week worth of clothing that we can then wash every single week, and then also like our food storage, things like that. And like obviously we got the fridge and these drawers, but like there's just not enough space for a month away, even if we're living sort of week to week, with all of the camping gear that would have been required in order for us to sort of do this as well, with like the tent and the mattress and the chairs and table and blah 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 blah. So it just would not have fit, because every time I bring that, it does fill up the whole entire back and most of the back seats, and the back seat is where the dog's going to be sitting, so I needed that space. But yeah, so that was one big reason. Another big reason obviously as well is just for convenience factor for myself. Now I'm trying to make these videos once a fortnight. Sometimes I try to get away once a week, but that is rare at the moment. I am busy at home renovating a house that we have purchased recently, and we've only been living in for a couple months, so we're in the middle of like doing a lot of renovation work, and so I try to get away once a fortnight, which pretty much I can guarantee, but I do want to try and get away once a week so I can bring these videos out weekly for you guys. I'm pretty sure this is going to be warm now. It's not. It's still kind of lukewarm. I'll turn it up a little bit. So those are the two key reasons why I got the rooftop tent. There's obviously a bunch of other reasons, like the sheer just comfiness of sleeping in a rooftop tent compared to like a tent on the ground, or the swag on the stretcher actually is not too bad, but there's obviously not a lot of space, so you're kind of confined to that one person swag. When you go to a double person swag, the stretchers for them typically always have a crossbar in the middle, which means it's not very comfortable if you're trying to like roll around or anything like that. Like this in the middle section of that mattress, basically in the swag, becomes essentially useless, so it's not super comfy. There is stretchers out there that don't have that, but one, strength, two, they're quite expensive, because of the fact that I guess they've tried to engineer the rest of the structure to support that weight. Alright, that's enough of me trying to justify my purchases. Hopefully it doesn't detract from the videos that I'm trying to make with the nice, chill, sort of cozy vibes that I've got going. But yeah, overall I think this is the best decision for my sort of setup, and I'm really excited. I'm just smelling gas. That wasn't even on. I'm just going to let the gas clear out. Okay. Well, that explains why I wasn't getting warm. It wasn't even doing anything. I've just been letting gas into the atmosphere. Oh my god. Too busy rambling and nearly blew myself up if I accidentally lit a spark or something here. Alright, I think it's going to be good enough. Cheers. Let's try this out. Looks pretty good. Yeah, it should do. It's warm enough too. That was good. So good. I'm much fuller now. And I don't feel so gypsy anymore from all the beer. So that's definitely helped a lot. As far as very warm, it's a cool little spot this. It's really close to home. Like I only had to drive like an hour and 20 minutes to get here. And that's pretty damn good. But there's a lot of really cool spots I desperately want to go check out that are like 4.5 hours drive, sometimes 5. But that is a long way to go for one night. That's 10 hours of driving, essentially there and back. For me to be there from probably like, I don't know, like 2 o'clock till 9 a.m. the next day, 10 a.m. the next day. Probably closer to 9 because I'd want to start driving home. Like, yeah, that's a long way to go. So I'll tackle those eventually, but at this stage I'm going to try and stick to going to places within about 2.5 hours, maybe 3 at the most. Because yeah, that's starting to push it at 3 hours. For those of you that go camping quite regularly, how far away do you typically go? Like what's your limit? Essentially for let's say an overnighter, because yeah, my limit I think is about that 3.5 hours would be sort of the most I'd really want to drive for one night. I'd be happy to drive up to like 6 or 7 hours for a 2-nighter sort of a thing, but yeah, let me know down in the comments. I'll be curious to know whether I'm just complaining for no reason at all, and everyone else just drives further than me, or whether I'm sort of like within the ballpark of what's realistic. Okay, so before it gets too late and you can't see anything out the windows, let's take you up into the rooftop tent and show you around. So this one's got lighting all the way around, which honestly is really handy. I've made my bed with some various coloured bedding that I've just got at home. Now up here, you probably can't see very easily, but out there is the outside. Now I can't see the fire from here actually, the awning sort of blocks it, but you can see the forest, which is kind of cool. Now you probably can't see too much, it's quite dark on my screen even. Let me try and help you. There we go. So that's sort of the view from outside the tent. Let's turn that back down. Yeah, that should be pretty good. Gonna watch a movie on my tablet through that little clear sort of pocket tonight. Should be really sick. And then yeah, I get to just relax in the bed. How good! I am yeah, I'm so ready to go to sleep, but it is still way too early. If I go to sleep right now, I will pretty much be waking up at like 3 AM. So no, we're staying awake. We're going through that firewood out there, and then yeah, well, I've got some snacks and stuff, so I might have some snacks and things, but yeah, ultimately I'm so ready to just come up into here and chill. Alright guys, well, I am heading to bed. I'm pretty exhausted. It's what, 7 o'clock now, which isn't really that late, but it's been a big day, big week like normal. Right before I go camping, it's always a big week, but yeah, I'm excited. I am so keen to sort of just lay down and probably watch a little bit of a TV show on the iPad. Well, it's not even an iPad, just a tablet, and then, you know, go to sleep. If I start to get a little bit cold tonight, hopefully I don't. I do have some sleeping bags in the car, but otherwise I've got this doona and sheets and stuff like that, which I think should be enough. It's only going to be about 7 degrees tonight, so yeah, I should be pretty fine. But yeah, I'll see you guys in the morning and let you know how my first sleep in the rooftop tent goes. See you then. No. Well, good morning. I had a pretty good sleep. It's like 9 o'clock already, and I didn't think I was going to sleep in that long. I did wake up a few times, but I tend to do that camping anyway. Yeah, it was pretty incredible this morning. I was greeted with like 6 or 7 deer in the forest. I tried to film them. I couldn't get out of my tent. They were very alert, in the sense that if I made any sort of noise, they sort of perked their heads up, and I knew if they spotted a human, they'd run. And sure enough, the second I stepped out of that tent and onto that ladder, they bolted. So fingers crossed the footage I got, you could see them, but yeah, there was a fair few of them. And then we were also greeted by like the farm dog, which is cool. He was very, very friendly. Constantly just wanted to be pat. It was kind of like stopped me from being able to really do anything for the first 10 minutes when I got out of the tent. I'm gonna have a little bit of a fire this morning. I didn't bring any breakfast. I just didn't think of it. I don't have anything, so unfortunately we'll be driving home hungry. There is like a pie shop on the way, so I'll probably stop there and grab a pie on the way home. It's quite close to here. It's probably only 15 minutes. Oh, it's a helicopter. Or a plane. It's a plane. Yeah, I'll probably stop on the pie shop, which is quite close to here, probably only 15 minutes away. Grab breakfast there and then keep going. Overall, this camp's been really good. The tent was amazing. I watched stuff on the tablet for a couple hours. Watched like a crime doco, and it was pretty good. Like I could just lay my head back on the pillow, fully lay out, and just watch the screen. I had some snacks. I had like some beef jerky and some chips up there as well, which I'll have to make sure I sweep out all of the crumbs before I take it back home. And then, yeah, overall it was really, really good. Actually quite enjoyable. The amount of space up there as well is huge and just doesn't make you feel like you're cramped inside something. Similar to like a swag, makes you feel kind of trapped or enclosed in like a coffin-like shaped thing. This fire's gone down very quickly. Anyway, as I was saying, it doesn't make you feel trapped inside it, which is honestly, I don't know why, but it just does make feeling a bit safer. It doesn't feel like something like you could just touch the walls of the tent and they'll be touching you kind of a thing. Even though that's never ever happened to me while camping. Nothing like that has happened to me while camping. Touch wood. That it never happens. But yeah. So overall, I think first night in this way, in the rooftop tent is definitely a success. I did have to get up in the middle of the night, unfortunately, and get my sleeping bag though. I did start to get a bit cold pretty early on into the evening, so luckily enough I grabbed that for most of the night, and then I was able to get really comfy. Gonna sit here, finish this, watch the fire, burn a little bit more of this wood. Probably not going to burn the big chunks that are left over, but the small sticks, yeah, I'll burn. And then start packing up. Alright guys, that's the end of this camp. Thank you so much for watching. Once again, if you haven't already, please hit the subscribe button, the like button, and leave a comment down below. It really does help out getting these videos out there to everyone else, and really does motivate me to make more. So thank you once again for watching all the way through. Hopefully you've enjoyed, and this is the ceremony I always do at the end of the campsite when I need to put the fire out, which is pump up the water bottle and spray it out. So thank you guys, I'll see you in the next one.